In recent years, one of the issues when doing crystal radio and similar stuff where you need a detector diode has been that a lot of the standards have disappeared. They've dried up, like the 1N34A that's almost impossible to find these days. And so what we need substitutes for those. And we want a germanium diode, for example, the 1N34A, the 1N60, the D9K, that has a very low forward voltage drop. That's the V sub F at microamp currents. So we need both of those bits of information. We need the V sub F and we need the microamps where it was measured. So for example, 0.18 to 0.22 volts at 10 microamps, or 0.29 to 0.34 at 100 microamps. We prefer germanium because silicone typically has a V sub F of about 0.7 plus, and we want the lowest values possible. I have tried to find specs at 10 microamps and 100 microamps for each of these, but they're just not always available. Some of them are spec'd in the milliamp range. The only good news about that is if the specs are pretty good, if the voltage drop is, forward voltage drop is pretty good at higher microamps or milliamps, usually it's a hockey stick type thing, and as it slides down there, it will improve greatly. But again, that means that, you can't really know for sure unless you just grab one and try it. Yeah, so those that are known and tested by me over the last several years has been the D9K, the 1N34A, and the 1N60. And you can see the specs here. D9K 0.16 to 0.20 volts at 10 microamps. The 1N34A is 0.18 to 0.22 volts at 10 microamps. And the 1N60 is 0.22 to 0.26 at 10 microamps. So yeah, to my ear, these are all very good choices. I'm sure that if you're on the hairy edge of contesting, you'll want something like the D9K, that might make a difference. But again, I can't hear them. So things in this range, I strongly suspect will be good choices. So having said that, my dilemma is that I have found 20 plus of these potential diodes based on their specs. It would take me years and years and years to track them all down and test them. My struggle is that, I can give you this list with a caveat that they will probably work, but maybe not. I don't want to be one of these people on the internet who just give out garbage information, throw out stuff and, hope it sticks or whatever. So I've been struggling with this, to list or not to list, and what is the right thing for me to do. So I finally decided that I would list them with a warning and tell you that, yes, these are untested. And the warning is I've not tested these. Buy and use at your own risk. But again, I don't want to sit on these for years and years and years while people out there may have perfectly good alternatives right under their nose and they can't, they don't use them because they don't know about them. I have used the best information I can find, but of course, I just can't guarantee other people's stuff. So I have grouped these by where they were manufactured. So this is the Western JEDEC and Pro Electron group, and the 1N34A and the 1N60 are from this region. We can look at the first one as an example. The 1N270 is germanium, and it is, well, you see right away that it's missing the spec for 10 microamps. I could only find it for 100 milliamps. Wow, right? 100 milliamps, that's a long way off. But even at 100 milliamps, this spec is not too bad. And again, remember that hockey stick thing as you slide down the amperage on it. Usually this V sub F improves drastically. So this may be a very good choice, but again, I can't tell by the specs without testing it myself. The 0A90, okay, again, it's spec'd out at 1 milliamp, so ouch. But still, even at 1 milliamp, that's not a terrible spec. Let's see, I'm not going to read off on all of these. They all kind of follow the same flow. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that list. This is the Soviet Eastern Bloc. It includes the D9B, D18, the D312, GD507. Again, these are all spec'd at 1 milliamp. These are a little bit, these are a little bit high, but they have been listed as good detectors. So the original, the D9K, is also in this category. and it's got very fine specs. It was produced for military and communications equipment, and it has better uniformity than a lot of the Western parts. So yeah, you can see I'm kind of reluctant about this, but again, take it for what it's worth. If you can find these and test it, maybe they're good. Then there's the Japanese group, and like, for example, this 1S34 is equivalent to the 1N34A. In fact, it's got a little bit better specs across the board. So these all look like very good candidates. And in this last slide, I just threw in some that I had found afterwards. And they're less common. They are probably very hard to find, but if you stumble into them, they appear to be pretty good choices, like the GEX34. It's a very early type, and the specs here are very good compared to the others. This one's a British military detector, another British one, and then a German detector diode. Again, they're, especially this one is a little bit weaker than the others, but yeah, these are pretty good choices. And finally, I threw in this one because there's a lot of people who say, use the BFP 740 transistor, use the base-emitter junction, and it works well. It is a silicone RF transistor, and it's going to act differently than a germanium point contact diode. But again, people report good results. It has very low junction capacitance, which is good if you're, on the hairy edge, and very low base charge, ditto. These are the measured forward voltage drops at the junction, so these are not datasheet values. But you can see that it's been reported at 0.18 to 0.22 at 1 microamps and at 0.24 to 0.28 volts at 10 microamps. Yeah, these are fair values. This would not be my first choice. I would use one of these other diodes that we listed earlier. But, if you have it and you want to try it, you just want to experiment, yeah, go ahead and do it. So this is the list of the diodes that I have compiled so far. And if you have the skills and you test some of these, yeah, please leave your results in the comments for other people to follow on. And what I'm going to ask is, please don't speculate in the comments. Like, don't leave a thing that says, how about the 1N4007? Yeah, we're not going to create work for other people. We're going to ask that, if you have valid information that other people are going to use, please put it out there. Okay. Yeah, so is this the end? Probably not. I will probably find more diodes in the future that fit this list, and if I can find them, I will test them, and of course I will put the results out there. But for now, I hope you find this useful and interesting in your crystal radio explorations.